Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing right now.
My family traveled all over the U.S. when we were growing up. My dad loved to drive, and we took summer vacations just about every summer. And it was pretty affordable, at least the way we traveled. And we loved getting off the beaten path and discovering things that we would otherwise never have discovered. Serendipity. It really works well in vacations. I mean, you can get an idea about where you want to go and the direction you want to go, but sometimes the adventure is not so much about the destination, but the journey itself. I don't really do vacationing so much anymore. Most of the travel that I do is related to business these days, but I still do travel. In fact, I'm making 2 trips before the end of the year, and I'm going to show you a website that can help you potentially if you're a traveler, or if you happen to be traveling, or if you aim to be taking a vacation at any point in the future, and are looking for a personalized travel guide to take with you. Forget about buying something off the shelf. After you see this, you're going to go, oh, I'm going to use that the next time I need to travel. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if some of you right now are going to build your own and complete the travel guide loop. Offbeatguides.com. Right here, I've got pulled up on the screen. This was created by Dave Sifry, and if his name sounds familiar, he's of Technorati fame. Dave's been geeking out longer than many of you have even been online. Not to say that Dave is old, it's just he's very wise. And indeed, he's created a service that is extremely compelling and Let me just show you. So I'm going to be traveling to San Francisco here. And that's true. I am going to be traveling to San Francisco. And so I enter my destination city right up front. I don't need to register, by the way. Just jump right in. Which city do I live in? Seattle. What's my name? Chris Pirillo. When are my travel dates? So I choose a date range. I just click the calendar. And where am I staying? Optional. So I'm just going to say hotel, and I give it the hotel name. And the reason why it's asking for this, well, you'll see in just a second. So there we go. Now I'm taken to a page where it says, just a moment, we're building your table of contents. Based on that information, it is going to create a customized, personalized travel guide for me that I can turn around and order. So I've got 3 options. I can either order a printed copy of this personalized travel guide. I can order a PDF and get it, right then and there. It's a PDF, so I can download it right away. Or I could get both a printed version and a PDF. And the price for the printed version and the PDF is the same price as just the printed version. So you're crazy not to get the printed version. And I think that's likely why they price it that way. And at $25, I'd say that's an average cost for a travel guide. I mean, certainly I'd expect to pay that. If I just walked into a store, off the street and said, "Oh, I need a travel guide because I don't know what's going on here, what's happening." But the problem with those kind of travel guides is the information is always out of date, and they're not personalized. I mean, you can't walk into a store and order a personalized travel guide. You just can't. That is the reason offbeat guides exist. I'm sure there's many reasons offbeat guides happens to exist. So I can let it build itself, choose what information I want, and then order it and, get the PDF, and then I've got to wait for the printed guide to come in. I've already placed an order for a guide, so I'm going to show you the PDF. Just double-clicked and launched it. And by the way, it's 147 pages long. It's going to be one heck of a printed guide. I may need another suitcase to carry that thing with me. So it's got just about every bit of data that you would expect to see in a travel guide. And they pull this information from a variety of sources, including free resources on the internet. Yeah, you can go to Wikipedia and you can pull information, but it's just kind of all over the place, and it's not very well organized. And when you're traveling, you probably want to stay organized. That's why you'd want a travel guide. Right up front, they pulled in a photo of San Francisco right here. It says, hey, it's an up-to-date travel guide prepared for Chris Pirillo, San Francisco, from this date range. And I'm scrolling down. Looks like I'm going to get maps, information about districts, how to get to places, how people usually get around, landmarks, neighborhoods, museums, parks and outdoors, things to do, things that are going on that particular weekend, where to eat, where to sleep, where to drink, that's important, some of the bigger sights and sounds of the city. Looks like they go in even deeper into each of the various neighborhoods. And the nice thing about it, remember it asked me for my hotel, and the reason why is because one of the pages is a map that is pulled in from Google Maps that is pretty much targeted around where my hotel happens to be. So I get a variety of maps. I get data and information, and more importantly, because it's a PDF, I can search for things. So, I'm a geek, so I'm going to search for the word geek, and Oh, look here, a DNA Lounge. DNA Lounge is a two-story club which often caters to the geekier crowd. Try doing that in a travel guide, searching for something. So now I know where I'm going to go, or where I'd want to go if I wanted to, be entertained by other geeks. Not that other geeks are entertaining, but I think you catch my drift. Offbeatguides.com. Forget about every other travel guide. They're just going to suck in comparison because they're not personalized. I mean, seriously, personalized. It's kind of crazy how this works oh so well. Can't wait for the printed version to come in, although I am a little frightened about how thick it's going to be. Still, it's kind of neat to be able to do something like this. Offbeatguides.com. Dave, my limited experience with it, I say you got a winner here. I would not be surprised if you are going to be acquired by one of the bigger travel services or companies out there, because this is amazing. Just absolutely amazing. Now, my email address is chris@pirillo.com if anybody out there happens to know of any other travel-related resources that I might want to take a look at and possibly share with the rest of the community. More than happy to do that, especially if it's cool and unique and it's never really been seen before. Gotta love it. Now, if you want to travel over to geeks.pirillo.com, you're more than welcome to. It's a community where you can blog and you can post photos and videos and just hang out with fellow geeks online. That's kind of why we set it up. Over 9,000 of you are there. And instead of me bugging you and saying, hey, I'm going to be traveling to your city, what's going on? You can tell me next time. Why don't you build an offbeat guide, Chris? Why do I always have to be your guide? Why? No one really gets that upset at me when I ask those questions, but if someone asks me what's going on in Seattle next time, I'm going to say, just build a guide. Have fun, because make it all about you. And that's what traveling is. It's all about you. But right now, this is about me, because it's my video. But the good thing is that you can participate in my live video experience as well as the recorded video experience. If you haven't noticed, we've got a chat room that's integrated here within the live video that I'm recording, and then, of course, uploading. If you're not watching it live, you're watching the recorded version, but you could have been part of the live video recording version thing that was happening. The only way to do that is to stop by. We're typically talking tech here in the chat room, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at live.pirillo.com. We'll see you later.